worldwide at KELPradio.com.
915 Talk is a production of Desert Voice Media. You can visit desertvoice.media to learn more.
915 TALK.
The world is looking at El Paso.
What will we say to the world? From the KELP studio in El Paso, this is 915 Talk.
And now your host.
Good afternoon, beautiful citizens of the borderland. This is episode 212 of 915 Talk. I'm your host, Andy Fracca. Today we have Mac Daddy Del Norte on the board. Mac Daddy, how you doing this afternoon?
Hey, Andy, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I thought you'd never ask, Mac Daddy.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, Mac Daddy Del Norte, that my vocabulary is painfully poverty-stricken as I endeavor to describe the wonder and joy of this educational journey that we've embarked upon each and every afternoon as we learn to love our city, love our neighbors, and give God all the glory. That's how I'm doing. I'm glad you're doing okay.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, and today we have a very special guest in the studio, Mac Daddy Del Norte.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do have a special guest in the studio. Do you know why she is special?
Yes, I actually do.
What is happening? What is happening, Mac Daddy Del Norte?
We're getting interrupted with some breaking news.
Breaking news?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What is the breaking news?
Important announcement.
It's an important announcement.
You can now feed your mind, feed your soul with the KELP radio app.
KELP radio app.
Listen to your favorite Christian teaching and talk programs on your smartphone from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the
with
world.
the KELP
That's right.
radio app. You can download the app on your app store now.
Oh, wow. That is
Yes,
breaking news,
sir.
Mac
Yes,
Daddy Del
sir.
Norte. The KELP radio app.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So if someone wanted to find the KELP radio app, what would they need to do?
All they got to do is go through their app store on their mobile phones and search KELP radio.
Oh, and KELP. So today, Pancho Juarez was, as he is every day, on this radio station.
Yes.
And he was preaching, and he said, I love it when I go to El Paso, and I go to Kelp Radio.
He did say that.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Kelp Radio.
He did.
Kelp is aquatic foliage. We are KELP. We are K El Paso.
Yes.
It's kind of a flex that we have this call sign. I'd appreciate Pancho Juarez, my good friend, wonderful minister of the gospel, called KELP.
Yes, definitely.
But if you're struggling to find the KELP radio app in your app store, just type in that word kelp.
Yes.
Kelp Radio.
Literally.
But please never say that. You'll find it. You'll download it. And let's say you have the KELP radio app. Where could you listen to KELP radio?
Where?
Yeah, where?
Oh, well, if you have the app, I mean, on the go, in your
Yeah.
car, on your
Are you
headphones.
trying to say from anywhere in the world? As long as you have an internet,
As long as you have
an
internet,
internet
yes,
connection.
yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it's really cool to see growing listenership from all over with the KELP radio
Yeah,
app.
definitely.
Yeah, you should download it on your app store now.
Yes, it is free.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
In this age of corporate greed,
Yes.
Mac Daddy
Yes,
Del Norte,
we don't have no
KELP Radio
subscription.
is the last shining beacon on a hill here in the middle of the desert. No
is
subscriptions.
correct.
There
No
will never be a subscription for the KELP Radio
No,
app.
totally
We are
free.
giving out the best news in the world, absolutely free of
Amen.
charge with the KELP
Amen.
Radio app. Oh, but we were talking about. Oh, we have a special guest.
Yes.
Oh, and you were saying she was special because?
Yes, because she is a unique expression of an endlessly creative God.
Oh, that is true. She is the unique expression of an
Yes.
endlessly creative God. Also, it's kind of funny. Yesterday we had the school Calvary West El Paso,
Oh, yeah.
and this was not planned. This was not planned, Mac Daddy Del Norte.
Right.
Today we have Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, which is like the east side of El Paso.
East
They're over
El
on
Paso.
Zaragoza. It's almost like the good Lord is setting this up for us. But it is funny. But we heard from Calvary West yesterday. Now we're hearing from Calvary East, and we're talking specifically about education. And we're not going to be just talking about the school.
Oh, okay. What else are we talking about?
We're just education in general, Christian education.
Nice.
Because I believe, Mac Daddy Del Norte, that we should have many, many more Christian schools in El Paso.
Oh, yes.
Not just the 5 that we have right now. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we do
Yeah.
need more. We do need more. And so Calvary Chapel El Paso, which is on Zaragoza, has been pioneering this school, and we're going to hear about what that process is like. I think this is an important, useful conversation for those who are listening, and maybe your church has been talking about opening a school, just hearing a little bit about what that process is like. I'm sure it's super easy to start a school, right? Almost as easy
maybe.
as making Christian AM radio great again.
There you go.
Almost that
Almost
easy.
as easy.
Yeah.
Almost.
So we have a lot to dive into. So without further ado, let's give a very warm Borderland welcome to the one, the only, Jessica Doherty. Jessica, welcome to 915 Talk.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and like I said, it is a little amusing. We had Calvary West El Paso on yesterday. Pastor Martin Ariola, super fun, interesting conversation. God is doing great things on El Paso's west side. Is God doing anything on El Paso's east side? What do you say, Jessica?
I would definitely have to say yes. It has been an incredible journey to be part of Calvary Chapel Christian Academy on the east side. I have seen the Lord work in so many different ways. A lot of people don't know my journey with Christian education. I've been in education for about almost 20 years.
Okay.
But being part of Calvary, for me, is very near and dear to my heart. A lot of people do not know that I became a believer because of Christian education.
So you became a believer because of Christian education. Was it because your parents made you go to Christian school? Is that what happened?
Oh, no, not even close. So, and please don't judge me. I grew up in a Mormon home.
Okay.
So they definitely did not send me to Christian school.
You know what? We are Christian radio. We believe that we should not judge lest we be judged. We're not always successful on that, but we're getting better. We're not going to judge you. You grew up in a Mormon home.
I did grow up in a Mormon home.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a totally different conversation. Different experience. But no.
Here in El Paso.
Here in El Paso.
Okay.
Yes. But it's so funny how the Lord works. Even during that time of my life, I always knew something was off.
Okay.
Like even as a child.
Okay.
So obviously getting older, I wanted nothing to do with church, nothing to do with God, religion.
Right.
I totally went off the deep end. But I was very blessed. Many years later, I had met my husband, David, and we had our son.
Okay, so shout out to David Doherty. He's been on this program before. El Paso Citizens Police Academy. He's very involved in that. Also, Faith in Blue. I think a lot of our listeners heard about that particular event that we get together once a year and really honor El Paso's finest, our law enforcement. And what a great event he put together last year. So that's your husband.
That is my husband.
Yeah, but we're not talking about him today.
No.
He's a great guy. But shout out to David. Now back to your story. So it's you and David. You have a son, David.
We have a son, David.
And you said, what did you say? You said you grew up Mormon, and then you weren't Mormon anymore.
No, and
you weren't very Mormon.
I was not very Mormon. So when I actually met my husband, he was Catholic. So
that's confusing.
it was very confusing. So obviously we were very confused parents trying to raise a child.
Was the child confused?
He was for a while.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. And this is kind of how it all started.
Right.
My husband and I were kind of deciding what we wanted to do with our son. I really feel the Lord was already tugging at his heart. He wanted a different foundation for our family, for our son, for our marriage.
Sure.
So we actually had moved to the east side of town, very close to Calvary Chapel of El Paso.
Okay.
So he was driving up and down Zaragoza, and they were about to open a little school, Calvary Chapel.
Okay.
And he comes home and he tells me, "Hey, honey, they're going to have a school. It's not too far from where we live. What do you think?" Obviously, I was not very interested. First of all, I wanted my son
Why
to...
obviously?
again, the religion part, the God part.
Yeah.
I wanted nothing
You
to
kind
do
of
with
closed
that.
the door to that.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So of course it did bring some issues within our family.
Mm-hmm.
I was set to sending my son to public school. He'll be okay. It'll all be right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, well, let's give it a chance. Let's go talk to them. I fought my poor husband tooth and nail. So we eventually went, and they were very sweet. And before I knew it, he was registered to start in the fall.
Okay.
My son loved it. He would come home telling us, stories about what he was learning, his friends, his teachers. But one day he comes home and he tells me about the lake of fire. I called David. I lost it.
How old was your son
He
at
was
this
at
point?
4. He was K4.
Oh,
Yes.
he's 4 years old. He comes home. He's like, Mom, I heard the coolest thing today in
Yes,
school.
that-
Have you heard about the lake of fire?
Exactly. Out of everything. I'm like,
He's like, we don't have any lakes in El Paso
No.
except for Ascarate, and there's going to be a lake of fire. It's
Exactly.
so cool.
so obviously I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
I called my husband frantically and I'm like, they are brainwashing my child. Like, what are they teaching these kids there?
Well, I mean, to be fair, teaching 4-year-olds about the lake of fire,
Yes.
that's next level.
It was intense.
Hats off to Calvary Chapel School at the time.
Yes.
So you didn't necessarily appreciate this.
No, actually I did not. I'm going to be very transparent with you.
Right.
It was not something that I felt they should be teaching my child.
Sure.
Honestly, I didn't even know what they were teaching my child.
Yeah, well, I mean, lake of fire sounds scary.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
It could trigger someone
Well, it
who
scared me.
who grew up in a confusing religious experience.
Home marriage.
Right. All right. So you called your husband David, and what did he say?
I mean, my husband. He's
Yes.
very calm, very collective.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, honey, do you think we should go to the school, go to the church, listen to what they're teaching?
Oh, interesting.
Obviously, that's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. He's like, well, let's hear him out on this lake of fire
Yes.
thing. I mean, maybe there's something to the lake of fire thing.
Yes. So
Yeah.
again, that was a moment in time where I really felt the Lord was just calling my husband. But I fought him. I was like, no, like, that's not where I want to be. That is not where I want to
Sure.
go. So we kind of went back and forth. Eventually, we showed up on a Sunday to church.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I showed up, and obviously it's a very big campus.
Mm-hmm.
We knew nobody. My son was super happy because obviously it was his school. He knew the
He
teachers.
felt at home.
Exactly. Like he owned the place.
Yeah.
I walked in there and I'm thinking, can I just sit in the back so I can run out of here as soon
Yeah.
as the service is over?
Yeah. Okay, so it took a minute, but your husband's like, let's hear him out.
Yeah.
You seem a little triggered, Jessica, but we don't know everything, so let's learn something.
Yes.
So you go in, and your son David is super excited because I think that's an important point. He feels so comfortable because he goes there every day, and you're hanging out in the back of the church.
I'm hanging out in the back of the church, obviously thinking, when is this over? I just want to go home. So that morning, the way I tell people, it's like, you never know what God is doing in the background.
Right.
We know he is always working. But for me, I could never have imagined what he had planned for my life.
Right.
That morning, one of our pastors was giving them a sermon.
Our pastors?
Pastor Tom Delgado.
He wasn't our
Calvary.
pastor
No.
yet. One of their pastors.
One of their pastors. Yes, he was not my pastor yet. So,
Yeah.
But Pastor Tom Delgado, incredible man. He was giving the sermon that morning, and I remember just sitting in the back weeping.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was when the Lord tugged on my heart that it needed to change. I needed to be a better wife, a better person, a better mother, everything.
And your husband David's like, this is why we came to church.
Yes.
Because you need to.
Yeah, I honestly needed to hear it. I needed an intervention.
It's so great.
So I left there just in awe of what I had heard. I had never felt that warm
Wow.
feeling. My heart was just filled with so much joy.
Just one visit.
One visit. I cannot
Wow.
even tell you what Pastor spoke about. And people laugh when I tell them this, but all I can see him was glowing. Like he
Wow.
had this special glow about him.
Wow.
Just his passion, his love for the Lord was so infectious. And just that one time, that's all it took.
Wow.
So I left there immediately, obviously, I wanted to learn more about my son's school, how I can be involved, what I can do. Education was definitely not what I wanted to do for a living. I mean, God has
What
a
did
sense
you
of
wanna
humor.
do?
I was actually an auditor for Hobby Lobby during that time.
An auditor for Hobby Lobby.
Yes. I was in business and retail, and I did other little ventures here and there.
Okay, so this isn't what this program's about, but what does a Hobby Lobby auditor do?
We make sure that they have all their financials in order.
Oh, okay. So it's just
Yes.
financials. You're not
Financials.
like making sure that they have enough. What are they called? I don't know, just craft items.
No, we go in
It's
there.
it's
and-
all about the accounting.
the accounting
So it's
part
an
of it.
accounting background.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what I was doing. I was in retail and
Yeah.
management.
Hobby Lobby's good, folks.
It was an awesome. Well, it is an awesome company. Yes.
Okay.
But again, like I said, education was not where I wanted to
Sure.
be, and I hope people don't take this wrong, but I didn't want to work with kids.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It feels like we're confessions of a
Yes.
of a head of school of a local Christian private school. I didn't want to work with kids.
I
The
did-
Jessica Doherty story.
Yes. But again, it's what the Lord did through all of this.
Right.
Like I said, I started getting involved with his school, and I just fell in love with everything, what they were teaching, the structure. And then the Lord, unfortunately, the school closed down. And at that time, we were trying to figure out what to do with my son. And I knew right away, okay, public school is not the route. We were led to Emmanuel Christian School. And then he started there in second grade.
Okay.
So that year, they offered me a position to help out as a substitute teacher.
Okay.
Whenever I wasn't traveling, they asked me if I can help substitute. I was
Okay.
like, of course, why not? I remember the first
So,
time.
sorry.
Yes.
You were a traveling auditor of
I
Hobby Lobby?
was. So I
Oh,
would go to
it's
New
a
Mexico.
traveling position.
Yes, it was.
Wait, Mexico?
New Mexico,
New Mexico.
Arizona,
Oh, okay.
yes, Texas.
I don't want to go too far down this rabbit trail, but making sure this is not international Hobby Lobby
No.
auditing travel. Okay. All right. So whenever you're in town, they're like, Hobby Lobby's good. Miss Jessica, would you please do some substitute teaching?
Yes, and
Okay.
so that definitely gave me a different glimpse of what Christian education was.
Sure.
And for there, the Lord gave me incredible mentors that saw something in me that I didn't see. They saw potential, and they taught me everything they knew. I kind of was able to serve in so many different capacities that I just loved it. And just to see how the Lord worked, and I was like, okay, Lord, just lead the way.
Sure. Okay, so you're doing substitute teaching at Emmanuel. Calvary Chapel School at that time had closed down. You knew, as you said, that Christian education was the way you wanted to go.
Yes.
Okay. If you're just joining us, we're with Mrs. Jessica Doherty. She's the head of school at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy. They're here on El Paso's east side on Zaragoza. For those of you who regularly listen to this radio station, you've probably heard the promotional spots we've had concerning the school. It's PK 4 through second grade. And if folks are interested in learning more about the school, it's CalvaryLionsEP.org. Did I get that right? I
Yes,
didn't have my
sir.
computer open to the right spot.
Yes, sir.
CalvaryLionsEP.org. I want to talk more, of course, with Jessica about where her journey took her after that. Later on in the program, we'll be talking about some of the nuts and bolts, the process of opening a Christian school, because we believe that there should be many more Christian schools in the borderland. And I know a lot of our listeners are part of churches that are considering that. So just hearing about the experience of what Calvary Chapel Christian Academy has gone through, I think is useful for our audience. We do need to go into a break. Before we go into the break, this is your daily reminder that 915 Talk is a production of Desert Voice Media and is listener supported. And I know a lot of you really want to support us. You want to send us some money. So we made it super easy for you. You can just go to our website, desertvoice.media, and we made a giant green donate button. And if you click on that giant green donate button, literally 30 seconds later, you can give us any amount you want. It's super exciting. It's super fun. It'll bring a smile to your face and to ours. But we so appreciate each and every one of you who listen, who have joined us in this journey, who pray for us, who share with your friends, your neighbors about what's going on here at 915 Talk, 915 Pray, 915 Testify, everything we're doing at Desert Voice Media. We truly have a unique situation here in the borderland where we are able to provide you, our listeners, with local Christian programming. So that's a lot of fun, and I'm personally honored to be a part of it. So thank you for joining us. We're going to continue with this conversation with Jessica Doherty, but first we're going to go into a break. Do not touch that dial.
We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
915 Talk is listener supported and is a production of Desert Voice Media. That's right. It's people just like you who make this program possible. Together with Desert Voice, you can learn how to better serve our neighbors and pray for our community. To become a Desert Voice Media partner, you can visit desertvoice.media. That's right. That's the website, desertvoice.media. Take a look and join us today in reaching our borderland for Christ.
Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, conveniently located on El Paso's east side, provides quality private Christian education for grades K4 through 2nd grade. Your child will experience individualized attention with a Christ-centered approach. We invite your family to visit our campus and learn how we can partner to serve your child's needs. To learn more or schedule a campus tour, you can visit calvaryallianceep.org or call 915-855-4565. Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, equipping your child for their future.
915.
Testify.
I used to party a lot in Juarez in my younger years, involved in 3 car crashes due to my addiction to alcohol. I almost lost my life. Thank God I never killed anybody. I'm just here to let you know that by the power of the Lord Jesus Christ, through His Holy Spirit, He transformed my life and He rescued me from alcohol. Jesus Christ can restore anything, and He was the one that made a difference in my life, and I am so grateful for Him. If you trust in Him, I guarantee you that He will not let you down, but you have to believe that He will, and He will do it. By the grace of God, I was involved in prison ministry here at the local county jail for 20 years, and only God knows how many hearts the Lord changed there, because I was just an instrument that would go there and share the truth of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. My name is Ruben Soria, and if God can do this transformation of my life, He can do it to anyone, because there is nothing impossible for God.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
And by the word of their testimony.
desertvoice.media.
We're back. You're listening to 915 Talk.
We are back, and you are listening to 915 Talk. I'm your host, Andy Frecka. Today we're with Mrs. Jessica Doherty. She's the head of school over at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy. It's been super fun, Jessica, talking about your journey into Christian education, and really that's how you came to the Lord. And you were sharing that story of how your 4-year-old son came home and told you how they had taught him about the lake of fire. And that made you profoundly unhappy. But that led you to church, and that first Sunday, that's when you saw that you needed a change in your life. And then over the years, you slowly, gradually got into Christian education. Before we went into the break, you were telling about how you were working as an auditor for Hobby Lobby and traveling internationally to New Mexico. But you were, at the time, your son was going to Emmanuel Christian School here in El Paso, and you were working as a substitute teacher, and you began to see the opportunities that Christian education offered.
Yes.
Yeah, so where do we go from here?
From there, I was very blessed to serve at Emmanuel for many years. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said earlier, just to be in different positions kind of just sparked my passion even more for Christian education. I wanted to learn more how we can make a difference in El Paso. Mm-hmm. And really back in 2019, I started praying, okay, Lord, what is my next direction? Mm-hmm. Where do I need to be? What is it that I need to do?
Sure.
And it's really interesting. During that time, I had just finished reading A Classic Excellence by Dr. Marsh.
A Classic Excellence.
Yes. And it basically talks about the importance of Christian education, how to open a Christian school.
Okay.
I mean, it's an incredible book, very inspiring. He tells a lot about his story and his journey.
Okay, so we have a book recommendation, A Classic Excellence. Who's the author?
Chapin Marsh III.
Chapin Marsh the Third.
Yes.
Okay, and what you're saying is, I just want to make a book, like a bookmark there, so to speak, for those who are listening, and maybe you are thinking about opening a Christian school. It's a book that you recommend.
It's definitely a book to recommend, to kind of give you a glimpse of what you're going to be faced with.
Okay.
And that's really just the beginning, because the journey is incredible. I tell people this is something that is not for the faint of heart.
Right. Okay, so you were praying in 2019, and then COVID happened. Let's not talk about COVID.
No.
So tired of talking about COVID. I mean, I know some people are getting COVID 26. I think we need to stop talking about it, and then it'll go away. No, I'm joking. But what was the Lord speaking to you then?
So during that time, my prayer was for the Lord to show me where I needed to be. Where is it that He wanted me to go? At that time, I was still at Emmanuel, and I just really felt being called and led to Christian education. Obviously, I didn't have the experience, the knowledge. I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. But little did I know that during this time, some of the pastors at my church were really praying about opening up a school.
Okay.
And that was back 2019, 2020. As time went on, around 2024, I learned that, hey, this is something that they want to do. And I started presenting what I had, and we kind of got together, prayed about it, and they said, okay, let's go for it.
All right.
Yes.
So the church was already praying
They
about
were
it.
already praying.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to ask a little bit of a difficult question.
Okay.
And I ask it though for a reason. I think a lot of churches right now are talking about opening schools, particularly with school choice here in Texas. And I don't know. My impression is that a lot of times the churches have visions of sugar plum fairies dancing in their head about it being easy, because suddenly there's going to be all this government money that's going to pour into your school and then effectively into your church. What are some of the maybe expectations that your church leaders had that you had to kind of maybe guide them in a different direction in?
You know, I was very blessed. I don't think our church ever really saw that. So again, to me, that was a blessing. For me, it was mostly talking to them about some of the challenges it was going to bring.
Sure.
Obviously, anything
So what
to
would
do.
what would some of those be?
Even within our church, you know, not everybody was going to support the project.
Sure.
Obviously, financial situations, how we were going to present the material, that, you know, vetting our parents, a lot of very serious conversations. You know, and I would tell them it's not going to be easy because we're going to start from scratch. Everything had to be done from scratch.
Yeah, because Calvary Chapel had a school 25 years prior,
Yes.
something like that.
And things in education, I mean, they're constantly changing and
Sure.
evolving.
Okay, so you saw some challenges ahead. What were the first steps to actually getting the school up and running?
Really a lot of prayer. A lot of just really sitting there and asking the Lord, what is it that we need to do? Where do we need to start? And laying it at his feet. So I actually left Emmanuel in 2024.
Sadly.
It was a heartbreak.
So I'm making a joke for those who listen very attentively and regularly. My wife is the head of school at Emmanuel, and she always spoke so highly of you. Or speaks, I should say, not past tense. She so enjoyed working with you. So I say that somewhat jokingly, but it was sad to see you go from Emmanuel, but you're going on to this new thing.
Yes. And again, the Lord just laid everything down beautifully. He opened so many doors for us. I was actually blessed with the Herzog Foundation. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
It is a foundation that supports Christian education.
Yeah.
They provide trainings for leaders, for teachers, for pastors, school boards. And one of the trainings that I took with them, it was called Schoolbox. it's basically one of the layouts that they give
wow.
for people wanting to plant new schools or Christian schools.
Yeah, I love that. And so the Herzog Foundation, I've heard so many good things about it. And we're going to get to that more here in a moment. But first, Jessica, who do we have on the phone? Charlie One. Charlie One, what are you seeing out on the roads this afternoon?
And a couple of slowdowns I want to get to. First of all, we have that I-10 West at Trade Center slow down again because they blocked the right lane there. Road work going on there. I-10 West at no, check that. I-10 West actually at Los Mochis, causing that slowdown back to Trade Center. So the bottom line here is that I-10 West from Trade Center to Los Mochis, kind of slow-moving traffic. You're not bumper to bumper exactly. You're stop and go. I-10 West Trade Center to Los Mochis. Then on the east side, again, we have I-10 West between Zaragoza and Litrevino. They blocked the right lane. There I see nothing but bumper-to-bumper traffic there. I-10 West Zaragoza to Litrevino, that right lane being blocked, causing that slowdown, almost bumper-to-bumper there. In the valley, North Loop and Litrevino, we have a crash, and that one blocking a couple of lanes there, North Loop and Litrevino. And then in Central, if you're going to Juarez using that America's Bridge, I-110 South Alameda into the Juarez Port, that back goes back to I-10, just congestion on that overpass right there. And Andy, back to you.
Charlie One, a lot going on the roads this afternoon. Who is our traffic sponsor this afternoon?
Well, I want to go to the UTEP English class because it's actually the days are very limited now for signing up. It's filling up and it's almost past the deadline there. So I just want to just mention this one more day today,
okay?
Because they are filling up. But again, you still have some time right now. English is second language,
right?
Plus conversational English. They take place this Saturday, 9 a.m. to noon at UTEP. Info, you can register 747-5106, Andy.
Charlie One, it's fun. Some months ago we had a lady call the station and she thanked us for what we're doing at KELP, and she said one of the reasons she listens to KELP is that's how she's learning English. And that was so fun and encouraging for us. But love what you're doing with English as a second language. For those who are listening and they're still learning English, maybe give the announcement in Spanish.
Well, actually I can do that para registrarse para si quieren aprender más inglés. El inglés básico, además de conversación, se ofrecen en UTEP. Este sábado comienzan las clases. Si puede llamar al 747-5106, 747-5106. And Andy, I'm glad you mentioned that about listening to KELP. You can learn, and that's actually what I tell my students, because I tell them, look, I'm not with you 24 hours a day. You're here in class, but then when you go home and you're in your car, what you can do is you listen to the radio. In this case, KELP, because I tell you what.
I think in every case, KELP.
I'm sorry?
I said in every case it should be KELP, not just this case.
Yes, but and if it comes in really handy if you're trying to learn English or something. You can. This will help you to learn English at the same time you hear the Word of God. But I mean, it's as opposed to listening to other things that are music or fast rap or stuff like that. I mean, you can, because the Word of God. What comes out on KELP, it's not in a hurry. It's not rushed up. It's not, it's not fast or anything. It's easy to understand, slow. So, you can, KELP will help a lot.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Charlie One. Appreciate you. We'll talk soon.
You bet. Thank you.
And we're back. We're with Jessica Doherty. She's the head of school at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy over here on El Paso's east side on Zaragoza. We were talking before we went on air, Jessica, just about how and this has come up quite frequently on this program recently. Even we had a program on commercial real estate in El Paso. And there are almost no churches outside the loop, past Joe Battle. And there are actually financial, commercial real estate reasons for that. But where you're located is just inside Joe Battle, really, on Zaragoza. And so I think that's useful for our listeners just to bear in mind that there's that huge part of El Paso where it's growing it feels like exponentially. But you're close by in this massive area, again, pre-K 4 through second grade. But we were talking about just what it takes to open a school. You mentioned the Herzog Foundation, this program called School Box, and this is something I'm going to just interject here with. If you're a pastor and you want to start a church, start a school, just bear in mind that running a school is very different from running a church, and you have a lot to learn. The Herzog Foundation, so glad you mentioned that. It's a great place to start. And again, their training is absolutely free of charge. I think all you have to do is buy the tickets to get there. They even cover housing and food. Yes. It's a fantastic grant that has been given really to the body of Christ around the United States. Yes. And again, the Herzog Foundation. But you had this school box.
Yeah, so I went through the training for School Box, had an incredible mentor through the whole process to kind of guide me through what we needed to get done. I also partnered up very closely with ACSI, which is an accrediting agency, and I was also privileged to work with them while I was still at Emmanuel. Again, wonderful resources to tap into, especially if this is something that you want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, the Herzog Foundation, we spoke about that. It's HERZOG, Herzog Foundation. If your church is looking to get some input, you said that they even gave you some mentoring throughout the process. Yes. And again, that was free of charge?
It was free of charge. There was many different modules. They talked to you about financial, legal, how to hire, how to train. They help you build your manuals for HR, policies and procedures. Right. It is very well laid out.
Excellent. Okay, yes. And then you mentioned the accrediting agency, the Association of Christian Schools International, ACSI. Why did you choose to be accredited? I know that not all schools make that choice.
I felt it was very important for our families to trust us, because it shows that all of our teachers are degree teachers, that they are going through the proper trainings as well. I just wanted to make sure that our parents understood that we are held to a very high standard with ACSI, and that they're going to get the best for their children. Right.
It reminds me of what Jesus said. I'm also under authority when he was talking to the centurion. And what I'm hearing you say is you want your parents to know that you are accountable.
We are very accountable. They are entrusting us with their little babies.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what was the process like to get the accreditation?
It took about 2 years, probably from like 2024 to 2025. We were actually just blessed in November of 25 with a letter saying that we received accreditation. Okay. And that was just incredible knowing that we had gone through that whole process.
Okay. So without going too far into detail, like how difficult was that process? Does it feel worth it on the end?
I'm not going to say it's easy. I love accreditation, so I really enjoyed the challenge.
I feel like that was a confession. I'm a little bit of a nerd.
Yes, I am. And again, like
I have a background in accounting.
Yes. And again,
I used to audit Hobby Lobby.
To make sure they knew what they were doing. No. Again, like I said earlier, it's not for the faint of heart.
Sure.
It is very detailed when you're opening up a Christian school. There is so much that sometimes, even when you think you know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing, because other issues come up that you're like, oh, wow, I never thought about that before.
Yeah.
Like, something as simple as insurance. What type of insurance should I have?
Yeah.
Your tax ID numbers, your EIN numbers.
Yeah.
Everything has to be in order.
Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork, a lot of reading, a lot of research, a lot of making phone calls to those that have either gone through the process or that are there to help you through it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we went through your personal journey of your son coming home and telling you about the lake of fire. And you didn't want to go there, so you went to church instead. And but really, Christian education is what drew you and your husband to the Lord. Yes. We're now talking about the process of creating a Christian school. Talked about getting training. I love that you pointed out the Herzog Foundation. Love that we're talking about the accreditation. Love this idea that you are also under authority. You're accountable. And I think that's a good reminder for pastors who want to start schools that the school shouldn't be just accountable to the church only, or just to the elders or just the pastor, but there are a lot of things that you can learn about, and the school can be accountable to those institutions that the government also recognizes. Love that we're talking about all those things. If you're just joining us with Jessica Doherty, she's the head of school at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy over on El Paso's east side on Zaragoza. This is the part of the program where KELP Radio would like to thank all of its impact partners. The impact partners are local churches, nonprofits, businesses, and educational institutions who have joined us in our journey to serve our community through radio ministry. And I was thinking long and hard, which impact partner should I point out today? And I was thinking, I thought, I know, Calvary Chapel Christian Academy. So for those of you who listen to KELP here in El Paso, you hear these spots throughout the day for Calvary Chapel Christian Academy. If you want to find their website, it's calvarylionsep.org, or to find them or any other of our impact partners, you can go to KELPradio.com, scroll down to that impact partner section. It'll give you all of the links. And the other thing I do want to say is you might be listening and thinking, well, I don't have a PK 4 through second grader, but you probably know someone, you probably know a family in your church that's looking to make that decision about their child's education. And you can just mention, for them to consider Calvary Chapel Christian Academy. And what would be the first step, Jessica, if someone was interested in learning more?
They can definitely call the church office.
Okay.
We can set up an appointment that way, or they can visit our website.
Okay.
And they can fill out the contact tab.
Okay.
Through there.
So they fill out the contact tab, and then they're accepted into the school. They're good to go.
I would give them a call, set up an appointment, do our campus tour, kind of give them an idea of who we are.
Okay.
Answer any questions that they have, go over financials with them. And
yes.
Okay.
No, that's fantastic. So I think it would be just contacting you and coming by for a campus tour, getting to a sense of what it feels like, what it looks like, what you have to offer. Love her. Again, Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, calvarylionsep.org. We're going to go into a break. Do not touch that dial.
We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, conveniently located on El Paso's east side, provides quality private Christian education for grades K4 through second grade. Your child will experience individualized attention with a Christ-centered approach. We invite your family to visit our campus and learn how we can partner to serve your child's needs. To learn more or schedule a campus tour, you can visit calvarylionsep.org or call 915-855-4565. Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, equipping your child for their future.
Greetings, KELP listeners. This is Terry Gray, pastor of Calvary Chapel, Sun City, and speaker on the Summons broadcast heard each weekday at 5 p.m. right here on this station. Calvary Chapel, Sun City is located at 960 West Borderland Road on the west side of El Paso. We hold services on Wednesday evenings at 7 and on Sunday mornings at 9 and 11. If you are without a church home, we would love to have you join us for worship and Bible study. You can find out more information about us on the web at www.ccsuncity.org.
We're back. You're listening to 915 Talk.
We are back, and you're listening to 915 Talk. I'm your host, Andy Frecka. Today we're with Jessica Doherty. She's the head of school at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy on El Paso's east side over on Zaragoza. The campus is located at the same place as Calvary Chapel El Paso on Zaragoza. We talked so many things throughout the past 45 minutes, Jessica, about your journey to faith through your son going to a Christian school. Talked about your time at Emmanuel, and then starting Calvary Chapel Christian Academy, pioneering that work, getting trained, the accreditation, all super important parts but you also put an advisory board together.
Yes, I did. I wanted people who had the same vision and mission that we had in mind, and passion for Christian education. So after quite some time of prayer, the Lord laid several people on my heart to talk to, and it has been incredible because they are gifted in so many different areas. I have retired teachers, I have some that are still educators, business people. So it's a very wonderful group, just willing to step in anywhere I need them for advice, for prayer, for support. So I think it is very important that as you're thinking through, that you find those people willing to support you as well.
Right. And again, I'm going to speak to this dynamic of a Christian school being in a church. The church is already busy. The church leadership has a lot on their plate. Whatever the church structure would be, deacons, governing board, elders, pastors, and the school has a life of its own in a lot of ways.
Yes.
And so it really is important for there to be leadership there and for your head of school to have support and kind of, like you said, an advisory board, people who can provide input and support throughout that process. And so you put the advisory board together, and the school opened.
We opened our doors August 4th of 2025.
Okay, so you've been open one semester.
One semester.
Yeah, and
yes.
I love having these conversations before the school has 500 students, or I love talking with a pastor who's just planning a church. Of course, we have people in who have big ministries, but I think it's important to hear from people throughout the process because it's useful for our listening audience to hear about all the parts of the process rather than just someone 30 years later who can't remember what it was like in the beginning. So paint a picture of what this first semester looked like.
It has been incredible. Just to watch our little lions develop is such a blessing. They show up to school every day just excited to learn. They're always asking questions.
So your lions,
We are the lions. Home of the lions.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
No.
But that's your mascot. You're the
That is-
lions.
we are the lions.
Who decided that? Where did that come from?
Again, that was really an advisory board.
Okay.
Yes,
The
we
lions.
went through different animals and the lion just felt right.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So the Calvary Chapel Lions, your little lions.
Our little
Yeah, okay.
lions. And again, like I was saying, just to see where they're at today from when they first started back in
Sure.
August, has been incredible. I mean,
Right.
their writing skills, their math skills, how they're communicating with each other, with their teachers. We have several events that they are able to participate in. We currently just had a coffee with a cop on Friday.
Coffee with a cop.
Yes.
Okay.
We had DPS, Sheriff's Department, EPPD there.
Wow.
We were having coffee, donuts, and just to watch them asking these officers questions. And these are 5-year-olds,
Yeah.
and they're not shy.
Right.
They're little sponges. They're curious.
Yeah.
So it is incredible just to see that. And their parents are amazing. It has been a blessing to get to know them. And like I tell our parents, you are not here for a coincidence. The Lord brought you here for a reason. And they are very supportive as well.
Wow. Okay. So you have your little lions. Again, it's PK through second grade, PK4. And you've had your first semester. And so I when I was kind of meditating about the new year, very often in a new year, we feel a pressure to come up with all these new visions and goals and so on. But I believe that a big part of it each new year is just a resolution to continue in what we're doing and just to determine to do it in a more quality way and just serve better. So you have the rest of this school year. What is with that in mind, what are you looking for the future?
Obviously, as a new school in El Paso, we want to continue to grow. But with that, we want to stand firm in what we believe. We don't want to waver from that.
Sure.
We want to continue to be a beacon of light. Like I tell people, when they pass by our school and church, I want them to feel led there, that this is their home, that when they walk in, that they feel loved. And that's just something that I want to see. You know, as for our little lions, we are actually going to start, we're going to be testing them here pretty soon. So I'm really excited to see how they do.
Yeah.
But we just want to get them ready for the next level.
Right. Yeah. I love that you're, of course, most schools want to grow, but you're talking about also the growth of each student.
Yes.
This has been a subject we've talked about with different Christian schools who have come into this program. What is your view? Do the parents need to be professing Christians, or what is the policy?
We do interview our parents. We also do require a pastoral letter as well. So we do have those conversations with them because we want them to understand what it is we're going to be teaching their children. Kind of like what happened to me. I don't want their child to go home and tell their parents, hey, this is what they're telling me at school.
Yeah.
I want to be as transparent as possible.
Right.
And I want these parents to understand that they are going to be exposed
Learning
to the Bible.
about the lake of fire.
The lake of fire, the Bible, everything that we teach is biblically intertwined.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that our parents understand that we not only want to prepare them academically, but spiritually as well. And like I said earlier, we have been blessed with incredible parents who are open and willing to step in wherever they can.
Right. Okay. So you interview the parents.
We do interview the parents.
Okay. That'd be scary, coming in as a parent, being interviewed.
No.
What are you going to ask me when I come in to be interviewed?
A lot about
I
your
don't
family.
have any kids. My kids are going to college.
No, I mean, we want to get to know you all. I know the word interview does sound scary. It's really just a time to pray with you, to get to know you, to get to know how it is that we can serve you better. And to understand if we do fit, if the school is a good fit for you and vice versa. Okay.
All right. And I love the idea that you're being sure that the parents know what they're getting into. Yes. And maybe they don't fully agree with everything, but they know at least that there's no surprises later.
Yes. I want to be as transparent as possible with our parents.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Let's just step back for a minute and just look at El Paso. Here we are in El Paso County, southern New Mexico. What do you see as far as the challenges and potential for Christian education in our community?
I honestly see a lot of potential. My heart and my prayer, I would say the last 2 years, is that more churches would be open to open private schools. You pass by and there's these beautiful churches, beautiful buildings, and they're not being used to their full potential. I am a firm believer that we are not going to be in competition. Our city is so big. We're in different areas of the city. We can service different areas.
Yeah.
But I really feel that we need more Christian education in El Paso and more schools.
Okay. More specifically, like, would you say that in certain parts of the city need it more, or just everywhere, or what do you think?
I would say everywhere. Again, because there are going to be larger populations, smaller populations, different needs. So I really feel it should be everywhere.
Right. Okay. And what would you say to parents right now who are maybe their kids at 3-4 years of age? They're looking at the possibility of public school, a private Christian school like Calvary Chapel Christian Academy or Calvary West, like we talked about yesterday, the other schools that are around town, or homeschool, about making that choice between the different options that are out there. There's also Montessori, there's charter schools, there's all these different options. What would your advice be to parents?
Definitely start praying to see, first of all, where the Lord leads you. Do your research. Call these schools, look at their websites, make appointments, take a tour, get to know who they are, and see if we're meeting their needs.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So start off with a place of prayer. I do want to get back to that point, but we just had a question from a listener. Do you take admissions from parents who aren't willing to make a statement of faith, but considering are curious or interested?
We would definitely sit down with the parent to get a better understanding of what they're thinking.
Okay.
I would love to get to know them.
Okay.
Basically, yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I think I can say this: we're all friends. We're all part of the kingdom of God. Jesus Chapel is very strong that the parents have to make a statement of faith. Emmanuel Christian School does not require that. Instead, it's the parents just need to know that their kids are going to hear about Jesus all the time. Yes. They're going to get that biblical education. Yes. What I'm hearing from you is let's talk. Let's
talk. Let's see how we can help you. Again, through prayer, through conversation, before making a decision.
Yeah, and I think it's important to just say as from my point of view, it's great when the school knows what their point of view is on that. I see the argument for all the different sides, and I love what you're saying. Let's talk. That's what Jesus did. He said, let's get together, have some questions.
Exactly. I mean, like when my son started, I was not a Christian.
Right.
They were willing to sit with me and talk with me and pray for me. And had they not opened the door, my life maybe would have never changed.
Sure.
So I know Christian education can change a person's life.
Right.
Forever. Because that's what it did for me.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. And we're talking about also your recommendation for parents is pray for your children. Yes. And I would say also my point of view is that there's not one answer for every child. Every child has their own needs and their own calling.
Parents as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a very good point. And God will speak specifically about your children, right?
Yes.
And so I love what you're saying. Just start off in that place of prayer. Let's have a conversation. Love what you're doing at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy here in El Paso. Love your point of view of saying that we need more schools in the region. You're not looking at it as competition. There's plenty of space.
There's plenty of space, and I've always been very transparent. And the people that have actually spoken from other schools, I am open to helping anybody.
Right.
Whatever I've learned, whatever research I have, I am open to share it with other pastors, with other churches that are looking to open a new school.
Yeah, and I love that. I love, excuse me, just the sense of community we have in El Paso, particularly in education, where what you're saying is, hey, you're not the competition. Give me a call. Let's have a cup of coffee. I'll share with you my experience. And I know other school leaders in the city feel the same way. So yeah, it's interesting to have all these conversations about the purpose of school, the challenges of opening one. We're running really short on time. Really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you,
Jessica, today, and just having these conversations. If you just joined us in the tail end, this is your reminder that you can listen to this or any previous 915 Talk conversation in podcast format, wherever you listen to podcasts, or just go to desertvoice.media and click on that 915 Talk link. We've been with Jessica Doherty. She's at Calvary Chapel Christian Academy here in El Paso, calvarylionsep.org, and you can contact them through the website and just get a campus visit and see what God's doing over at Calvary Chapel in Zaragoza.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. As we always say, let's learn to love our city, love our neighbors, and give God all the glory. This has been 915 Talk. You have been listening to 915 Talk, a production of Desert Voice Media. To listen to this or any previous edition of 915 Talk, just visit desertvoice.media and click on the 915 Talk link. Let's continue to learn to love our city, love our neighbors, and give God all the glory.
This is Pastor Steve Castrita. I'd like to